Hello and welcome to Greg's Chan 1. I am Greg and this is Channel 1. Now, this is our fourth Orange Tuesday. Tuesday? Orange Tuesdays. So, this, as I have said, is our fourth. So this means that it must be episode 4 of Orange that I'm going to be reviewing. Yes, that's what the note says. The notes say this is the fourth episode of Orange that I am reviewing. So, let's dive right in. So, it starts off with a very, very nice scene of future Naho with her gang visiting Kakeru's gran, saying that after Kakeru's mother took her own life, Kakeru went to live with his gran, and that is where he was living at the time. And that they'd only ever been there once before this time that they go round, which was at Kakeru's funeral. Now, this I thought was done quite nicely, because it had a real nice feeling where Kakeru's gran seemed to be like a really, really lovely character. It seemed to really, make a connection with Kakeru's friends. And it was very interesting in the respect that she didn't feel bitter towards them. They felt a little nervous, because last time they'd seen her was at his funeral, didn't know how she would respond to him, to them coming back. You find out that he spoke about them a lot positively, and I quite liked that, because it was quite a nice, sweet thing that they did. So, it goes into a nice little bit of future Naho thinking of the past, thinking of how she wasn't brave enough to tell Kakeru, I love you. So, that is the whole kind of idea of it. So that is kind of where it goes with that, and it kind of has little flashes of things that you kind of see in this episode, and that was quite nice because it made you kind of feel for what could be about to happen. And Naho kind of says, in her internal monologue that, she wished she had the courage to have told him all those years ago that I love you. But that is what happens. So, you get like a... yes, it then goes back to school day. And, they are all just having, like... interesting kind of it's almost like they're on summer vacation, and Hagita being Hagita just comes out with dry responses here, there and everywhere. They're like, oh, let's go do this. Oh, okay. And they talk about, what was it, why Kakeru is dating Uda Senpai. And he just goes, well, she's hot. It's like, you're not doing yourself any justice, mate. You're just making yourself look like a bit of a perv. Granted, that doesn't necessarily mean that complimenting a woman is being pervy, but it didn't exactly help his case. He also you get another dry response from him when they're talking about, oh, he's on a date. Oh, what are they? I wonder what they're doing. To which his response is, they're going on a date. And you think, yeah, he's very right. They are going on a date. So, yes, obviously, you get some nice conversations with the characters. But Naho seems very distant. And I thought that was quite impressive on the respect of the fact that it was showing that she was... Because she hadn't told Kakeru how she felt in the last episode, that it was eating her up. And I thought that was kind of sweet. But you see, with that, I had issues with, we weren't seeing their actual reactions facially or visibly, how they were responding to what was being said. You were just getting kind of flashes of what they were doing, but not quite like anything else, and that was a bit of shame. But yeah, it happens. I really didn't like Kakeru in this episode up until the very end. Kakeru had a go at Naho about the fact that she didn't give him a wake up call. She didn't make him lunch, and she hits valid points, but you kind of go, poor Naho. She kind of says, well, you've got a girlfriend. I was worried that if I called you, she wouldn't like it. I didn't make you lunch either because I didn't want your girlfriend finding out and being really angry with me. And you're like, she's making a valid point, mate. And he kind of just acts like a selfish little jerk. Which was just like, dick. Yeah, it was almost like he just went, dickhead mode, activate. Oh. And he just got into being an absolute dick. And that kind of just improves. So that kind of just increases. So we'll give him 100 points at the moment on dick mode for activating it and for being just an absolute dick in that little segment. And he then ends up making her feel guilty by being. I felt he was being sarcastic to her. Oh, I very much appreciated it the times that you did do it. And then he kind of said it in a way of almost like he was trying to rub it in her face that she enjoyed doing it, and they just walked off. So I'll add another 200 points for that because that's a dick move. And then for like the next 5 minutes of scenes, you see that any chance that he could spend with the group, Uda Senpai is taking him away, and he's not standing up to her. He's not saying, no, I want to hang out with my friends. You can join us if you want. But, I don't have to spend every waking moment with you, woman. Seriously. So, yeah, dick move again, blowing off your friends just to be with a woman. God damn it. So, plus 100 to those points. So far, we're on 600 points. Because, god damn it. Suha always comes across, in this particular episode most definitely, he comes across almost like he's interested in Naho, but he's willing to put his feelings aside to make sure that she's okay. And you really felt that in this episode, where, people were Azusa and Chino are talking about, how they feel about the fact that Uda Senpai has taken Kakeru away from the group. And Naho kind of just doing her shrinking in kind of thing that she does of, oh, if I don't talk about anything, everything will be fine. Crap. And you've just got Suha constantly looking over at her as if he's expecting her to just say, I liked him. Because if she was to come out and say that, maybe everyone would stand together with her and try and help her get with him. Or something. Because, they're still high school students, so they probably would be a little bit childish in the respect that they would end up kind of, going out, ruining the relationship. Not in a really, really nasty way, but, adding issues into the relationship so Uda Senpai leaves, and then kind of thrusting Naho in. But, as I said, with the fact that Kakeru was an absolute dick this episode, apart from the very end, just highlights how immature he is, and kind of how naive Naho is, in the fact that she thinks that if she doesn't do anything, things will get better. Which is what went wrong with her original self. But, nobody seems to like Uda. I've learned that. Not that she helps herself, in the fact that she seems very materialistic. Kakeru thickness plus 30 because he's just... Yeah, we'll just leave it at that because Kakeru is just... It's almost like he's just finding ways to be a dick towards Naho. He's just like, seriously, dude. Just seriously. Naho kind of shows how... Naho keeps showing how insecure she is as a person. Which I like, but it's starting to grate on me a little. To a degree. Because she's not telling her friends about the letters. She's not opening up. She's putting herself in a negative frame of mind. Which, I'm just going to say now, it makes it feel like maybe Naho might take her life because she'll feel like she failed. It feels almost like Naho's going to end up saving Kakeru to enough of a degree that he doesn't take his life, but she will take her own life instead because of the fact that she didn't look after herself. That's kind of how I feel with it. That's just my statement at the moment. It could change over the episodes, but we'll soon find out. I will say Kakeru did show... This is like the first moment where Kakeru started showing that he's not an absolute dickhead. Naho goes to call out to him to tell him, I love you. I'm sorry that I haven't spoken to you. I want us to be friends. Please don't stay with Uda Senpai, kind of thing. And Uda just knocks her flat on her ass, and Kakeru turns round. And Kakeru decides he's going to not be a dick this time. So take most of those dick points and take them away. Because he's like, apologise. You knocked her over. Apologise. Don't be a little bit. Don't be a bitch. And Uda Senpai kind of has a go at him and storms off like a very childish person, like a high school student. And Kakeru kind of is like, are you okay? Because of the fact that the relationship ends, Naho feels bad and runs away. So Kakeru kind of is like, what? He doesn't quite know how to deal with that, which kind of makes a bit of sense. And then we get a bit of progression where as Naho's running away, Suwa steps in the way and just goes, stop running, Naho. Have confidence. That's all I'm asking. And that's kind of where it goes with that. She finally starts to show a bit of courage. She goes back and stops him from... she's crossing the road. He's crossing the road. She stops him, tells him that she enjoyed looking after him, being a mumsy to him, which is a bit odd, but, mum's owned. Hashtag it, make it a thing. And get a bit of... it kind of highlights that everyone knows that Naho's hiding something from them. They just haven't got to Scooby-Doo what it is. And you get like a nice little scene with Kakeru and Naho, and where Naho kind of goes, I know you're feeling low. Let's just try and start the friendship again from the beginning. And although Naho just shows that she is a bit dumb, the fact that she doesn't notice the fact that Kakeru actually likes her. Hopefully that sorts itself out, because it's a little obvious and it's a little stupid that she doesn't realise yet. Anyway, guys, it's always great to do an Orange Tuesday with people. So let me know what you thought of the episode in the comment section below. Hit that like button. You can subscribe either this side or this side. I have no idea. Anyway, have a nice day, guys. Goodbye.